Hello, I see already some of you are here and uh, chatting up a storm. Hope you guys had a good day and are having a good night. Hopefully, your meeting turned out the way you wanted it to, Kelly. And ZXL Master, welcome, welcome. Who else is here? Pope Phil was in here at some point, I think, or maybe earlier. No, they were here. Okay. Life Giant Films. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you're, like I said, having a good night. And Becca from the Welsh News Network. Oh, the meeting sucked? Sorry to hear that. Hey, Sue Bear. Hey, Pope Phil. Hey, Becca. Welcome, welcome. So, I was watching one of the channels that goes over first minute auditors and basically doesn't have a very favorable view of them. And I found some of the editing on of the thing kind of suspect. And I was thinking that the edits were done to make the auditor look worse than he is or dumber than he is. I guess dumb is the wrong word to use. Just a little more obnoxious. I will give people, if anybody wants to come up and talk. And hey, Dan, Hank, wow, the whole gang is here. Copy. Thanks for coming, everybody. So anyhow, let me get into the right place. I will try not to repeat my mistake from earlier in the day. Let's see, where was it? Was there? So I'm kind of spoiling this, but I'm going to start backwards and work toward the work toward the middle, if you will, or work toward the beginning. The PPI.
Hey,
Something very different in my universe, but hey, Pope Phil the First, and Hank. Anyone else want to come up? I could have 10 of you.
can y'all hear me? Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So I am going to turn this screen on. So hopefully that's, well, it's as big as it's going to get. Hopefully that's big enough for people to read. But what caught my eye watching the video is that this brilliant warrior for all of our rights constantly gets this sign outside of a courthouse in frame. And the sign reads, "Notice, the following items are not allowed in the court building: guns, knives, sharp-pointed objects, chemical, mace/pepper spray, scissors, razors, tools, mail files, cameras, or recording devices."
No partridges in a pear tree.
Yeah, any deemed acceptable, deemed not acceptable by security. If brought into the building, these items will be confiscated and will not be returned. So that seems pretty cut and dry. Seems okay. Someone went boop. Did somebody leave or come? Or I guess I'm not sure what else is happening here.
Not even breathing hard.
I'm trying your setup here, and it's
Becca's backstage.
Okay, that's what it was. Let me see if I can get Becca in there. Nope. Did I?
Well, yeah, she's there.
She's there. Nobody else is.
Okay, let's try that again.
Becca's taken over your show.
Yeah. All right, because I can't see actually because of this new setup. There.
No. She was there, then she disappeared.
Oh, there.
Hi.
Yay. Hello, how are you?
I'm
Hello.
well. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So the whole gang is over here tonight. What brings everybody over?
Why
Your
not?
show.
Okay, well, thank you.
You do. You're silly enough to let me up.
It's enough to let all of them up. All of you. So anyhow, yeah. So there's that sign that he keeps catching as he's walking around talking about tyrant policy enforcement officers. Go hands on, fast. So let's go back to the beginning.
One of these days they'll realize security guards are allowed to do more than just observe and report.
Well, especially these particular security guards, because they're not actually security guards. They're court bailiffs and actual police officers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so here we are. And you guys going to recognize the voice, I'm sure. It's the ever so famous
Liar.
John Paul Reyes. Liar.
Ray ass. It's
Okay.
Ray ass. Get
Ray
the inflection. Get the inflection correct, Steve.
I'm trying to be all professional and respectful, like.
You are.
Yeah, I am. So, I know you can't tell, but all right.
No, you know, we can tell you haven't called him a useless lying cunt at all.
But so this is actually his tape, and the first couple edits here, I thought that maybe the person whose channel I saw this on, that they had done the edits, because you can see the signs. I guess he doesn't like signs, but it's pretty evident that they say don't bring cameras into the courthouse. So let's see here.
Oh, yeah. Liar edits the shit out of his videos to get the parts that he doesn't want his fans to see.
Yeah, and I have thoughts about his fans too when I was reading the comments. But let me just show you this particular little bit of edit here.
Guys, Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Today we're at the city courthouse here in Kenner, Louisiana. We're here today, as always, to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants recognize our rights and treat us with respect. Let's get into it. All right, guys, we're just getting inside the...
Okay, so he skips entering the building. All right, that's fine. Maybe that's just boring and not worth seeing. But the signs are not there, obviously, because we don't get to see them. Now, I work in a building with many security checkpoints, and this is the first part that I don't understand, because you've got a security guard standing here, and I'm gesturing at the screen like you know what the hell I'm pointing at. But there's got a security guard standing here. There's a metal detector. Actually, same brand we have in the building I work in. But this is where we have the first squirrely edit, in my opinion.
Courtroom here. Hey, how are you? All right.
Okay, so we jump completely past the first interaction with that security guard.
Probably got told to turn off his camera, so he turned it off there and turned it back on as soon as he got to there in the hallway.
Yeah, see,
Yep.
that's my guess, because, again, in the building I work in, it's not a courthouse, but it's a high security building. Cameras and cell phones, actually, there's... CIA. Yeah. There are lockers when you come into this particular building where you are supposed to leave cell phones, smart watches, all those kind of devices, unless you have previously gotten yourself clearance to bring that kind of stuff into the building. That gets visitors, that's employees, that's everybody. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking he just skipped that security guard in the beginning there. And if that security guard did what they would do in my building, say you can't go in with that, and if somebody is giving them trouble or ignoring them, just keeps going, then what happens next in this video is what would happen in my workplace, except there'd be a lot more than just two guys. So here we go.
This is the hallway in the courthouse over here. We have some offices over here.
Turn that off. You can't bring that in the building.
Oh,
Turn it off.
hey.
Whoa, nothing.
No.
You can't bring that in the building. You gotta go take it back out.
What do you mean?
Just what I said.
Why
You can't have any record. You're actually committing a felony right now.
How am I committing a
Because
felony?
you cannot film in a courtroom.
I'm not.
Okay, right here the guy misspeaks. Remember the sign I read? That cameras, recording devices are not allowed in the building. He just said right here, misspoke. He said, "Oh, not allowed in the courtroom." It's the entire building. That's what he first said, and then he misspeaks. And then Mr. Reyes here, of course, seizes on that. Actually, the fact that this office is right here, I mean, I don't know what it's for. I'm assuming it's for I don't know, maybe what the hell are those called? Not truant officers, probation officers to meet with people. I don't know, but the fact that this office is right here, that right there is enough to tell me that they should not have cameras down this hallway. But Reyes seizes on this guy's misspeaking here.
Well, in fairness to the officer, he didn't misspeak. And under Louisiana law, you actually can have a camera in the courthouse unless court is in session. And then anything attached to the courtroom becomes part of the courtroom. So the officer is actually speaking correctly under Louisiana law. Reyes just, of course, doesn't want to hear it.
Oh, well, there you go.
And those offices are most likely consulting rooms for people to talk to their legal representatives privately.
Yep. I mean, just the fact that the office is even there tells me that he shouldn't be past that security checkpoint. And again, this guy's reaction and behavior to me says that the guy at the first checkpoint must have called
up. To be on the lookout for him turning his camera back on.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah,
We're not
part of this court. No,
We're not in a courtroom.
I'm not going to.
We're not in a courtroom.
Yes, you are. Any factor.
Get your hands off.
I'm not going to tell you again.
Get your hands off of me.
Out.
Get your hands off of me.
Out.
And this is the first time where he goes on about somebody having his hands on him, which gets even more ridiculous a little bit later here.
Yeah, you can't.
How is this considered nice?
No,
I'm going
out. You're filming here, man. I'm not. Yeah,
you need to get your hands off of me.
No,
I want to speak to your supervisor.
Escorting you out. Out.
You get escorted
Out through. Yeah.
Step out. You cannot bring anything in this courtroom.
Where's the law that says that?
I'll show you. Step out of the building.
I'm out of the building.
Step out of the building.
I'm out of the building.
Let me go get the sheet for you.
Can I get the law?
Yeah.
I want to see the law. What's your name, badge number?
Pause it for biz, Steve.
Yep.
Do you notice that the security guards, he has a habit of sticking his foot in the door to prevent them from closing it. And you can see them looking down at him, telling him to move out of the door.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, that, again, to me, that was very clear what he was trying to do.
Right there.
Yep.
Oh, man. I so want him to come and try that in a UK court. No, they would just punch him in the head. They'll just hit him. They won't waste time.
Yeah. But just the editing of this is so disingenuous. I mean, at least in my opinion, I don't see any other. I don't see any other explanation for how they were coming down the hall as quickly as they were, other than that first security guard gave them a heads up. And that guy, well, I actually, now that I'm thinking about this, I didn't look at his shirt, whether he's like this other guy.
Yep. He's a police officer.
He is a police officer. So, yeah, my guess is he gave them the heads up.
Yeah, they call this the mayor's court. I don't know if it's just like a city court or what.
It is, because in Louisiana, the counties are parishes. So you have a parish court, and then in the city court will be the mayor's court.
Yeah, and
I know an awful lot about Louisiana law for some reason.
Are you from there?
This court does both, Hank.
No, I just deal with, in my work, I just deal with I have to deal with Louisiana a lot, so I know a lot about the separation between parishes and cities.
Drug smuggling. Drug smuggling.
It's not smuggling, it's currying. Get it right, Dan.
Oh, so you guys have seen this tape? Obviously.
No?
No? Oh, okay.
I saw somebody cover it, but the reason they only covered it was because he got removed within like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And it was the quickest he'd been removed from a
Yeah.
courthouse, so it was quite funny.
I think it's been longer because we have this cut right here,
All right, so this is the whole.
which makes no sense if he was there to document him being treated or mistreated. So, and also here, I'm pointing at the screen, like everybody can see me pointing at the screen. Because yeah, we've got those two guys standing right there, especially the bailiff. So yeah, they were anticipating him being a dumbass. But yeah, within 2 minutes he's out of there. At least 2 minutes of the footage. Let's see.
Show you. Step out of the building.
I'm out of the building.
Step out of the
I'm
door.
out of the building.
Let me go get the sheet for you.
Can I get the law?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you guys were saying. He was trying to keep the door open with just by standing there. Yep.
Yeah, he did that in his one where he tried to press charges on one of the officers for actually shoving his foot out of the way.
I want to
Yeah.
see the law. What's your name, badge number?
He's one of the
It's
he's one of the main ones pushing the lie that security guards or building security can only observe and report. They can't touch you.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's
Why?
not.
If that's the case, why do they carry guns and handcuffs?
Yep. Yep. It all depends on the building. It all depends on the certification of the guards, and hell, there's a whole bunch of things that depends on. Yeah. Well, or they just carry the guns and the cuffs for show. Yeah. No. So, but here he's outside the building, right?
specifically says, look, no, you look over
So
here.
the guy says, "Here, read this," and there I go pointing again, but he points to the sign. That's now within Reyes's point of view here. So, and the sign repeats what the policy is.
Mm-hmm.
So stupid.
Here, look.
And there it is, big as life. So, all right, here, look, you look over here, he says to the police officer.
In courtrooms. Yeah, it's specific.
So that sign is specifically in courtrooms. The other sign is the whole damn building, and it makes that clear. So
But in Louisiana, when the court's in session, all the hallways and everything surrounding the court becomes part of the courtroom as far as those rules.
Right. That like His Holiness the Pope told us. But,
yeah, and the issue is on this particular day, court is in session.
Mm-hmm. But even for the people who don't necessarily know that particular Louisiana law, this other sign makes it very clear.
Particularly says, in courtrooms. In courtrooms. Do you understand what that?
And here the guy is saying the law that you have brought up, you and Phil and Hank.
That means in courtrooms. Yo, are you a law enforcement officer? Can I get your name and badge number? You can look it up. What does that mean? Is that professional?
Hey, Liv.
Is being unprofessional a misdemeanor or a felony, Reyes?
Oh, did Liz come in? Yeah, I with this setup, I can either, well, let's see, I can do this. All right, now I can see side chat again. Wait, you can edit a frauditor to make them look worse? Well, I was half thinking that they were. But looking at Reyes's own editing. No, he's not. Hey, Liz, welcome. He's making himself look bad. Once again, he's got the sign big as life right here. They can read, not allowed in the court building, and cameras are among those.
Yeah, is that you can look?
And hell, there's even the no cell phone zone. I don't know if this guy's using a cell phone or a body camera, what he's using, but presumably it's a cell phone. That seems to be what they all favor. Well, maybe he'll be reflected in the glass here, and I'll know. Does anybody know what he prefers?
He's done both. I think he may have had one confiscated, a body cam confiscated. So I think he's using a cell phone at the moment.
Okay. See, this is it's actually my favorite part here. He goes on about how they're tyrants and everything. This very large bit of writing here, if brought into the building, these items will be confiscated and will not be returned. Yet he still has his camera.
Mhm.
So seems like somebody was very nice to him.
Yep.
Look it up.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
I'll show you what I'm telling you about, okay?
It says in courtrooms. Where do you get off just putting your hands on people like
I'm trying
that?
to escort you out because I don't want
There you
you
go. You
to
have this guy.
There you go. There you go.
In courtrooms. In courtrooms. Why can't I want to speak to a supervisor.
I am.
All right.
This explains the whole anything involving the court in this building. It's written in this law for it.
This is not a law.
No, Supreme Court rule.
Yeah, Supreme Court.
But it's still not a law. It's policy. It says here.
Right,
Supreme
Supreme
Court
Court rule.
control all courts. I'm trying to.
So the Supreme Court has issued this regulation for all the courts in the state, yeah, or the county. Well, the state. Supreme Court's over the state, right? My brain just shut off. Yeah, the door
Yep.
also says no cell phones.
The U.S. Supreme Court would be any court in the U.S.
Yeah. No, but this was, I believe, they're referring to the Louisiana Supreme Court, I think.
It could be.
Well, let's see here, and then they try to read it to him because he's. I actually was coming to the theory: is he illiterate? Is that why he can't understand all of these words? But when there's like single little individual words that he can sort of pick out short words. Is that what his problem is?
No, he's an extreme narcissist and egomaniac. So he's just playing to his audience.
Oh God!
And he's very selective in his cherry picking of text.
Yeah, so let's see here. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's got a camera. Okay, he's got a cell phone.
Steve, always remember with Ray Ass, this is the guy that spent $50,000 to fight a $90 ticket and lost.
Really? Oh, this guy might be worth looking into just for the fun of it.
He doesn't care because he didn't pay for it. His fans did.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So he's got a cell phone. He's using the cell phone to record. Notice, cellular phones prohibited. No cell phone zone. Everything here says don't take your damn phone in this building. Which, again, I think he probably just edited out that security guard at the front screening area. All right, so he's just being stupid here for several minutes. Let's see here.
Complete and utter tyrants. The law doesn't apply to them, apparently. We, the people, we're going to hold them accountable, though. I promise you. We will do it.
And how does that work out for you, buddy?
Yeah, there was another edit there, which I don't understand, other than maybe it was just boring. Or maybe he realized, I don't want to have that sign in the film just as much as it is. But yeah, another edit. No particular reason except he called the cops, apparently.
Completely ridiculous. Who do you call when law enforcement is acting like complete thugs?
And except there's that giant sign. So that edit didn't seem to serve a purpose other than he wanted to cut something out. So I think maybe you're saying that whatever is good for him stays and whatever is negative.
Yeah, he probably said something he didn't want to put his fans to hear him say.
Yeah. So there he is with his cell phone, filming the signs that say no cell phones. because that's what.
Well, the cut could have been for him calling 911.
Yeah, which he did, by the way. So let's see. I've skipped forward a bit.
Tyrants inside are from the Kenner Police Department, so I'm not having much hope here. Something tells me they're not going to do anything. Because as we've seen time and time again, ladies and gentlemen, is that law enforcement is sadly above the law.
Or maybe you're just wrong.
What a concept! Yeah. I think you might be onto something there. I think you might be onto something.
Or anywhere should be above the law. How you doing, officer? I'm the one that called you guys. So can I talk to you? Okay, great. Yeah, they blocked access from the public entering in.
No, just you.
What?
I said, no, just him.
Yeah, exactly.
I always think that, like, I wish I was sometimes I wish I was a cop or a security guard when they go, this is how you treat the public, because I would go, no, this is how I treat you.
Right. Right. That's exactly it. But again, that's why they do this. I mean, they're not doing it to document anything other. They're doing it to create strife and to get something that their audience will want to watch. He blathers on about wanting to protect rights and wanting to investigate our civil servants, but it's nothing. That's not what he's doing. This whole thing shows that. I mean, right?
Yeah, he just likes to thump his chest and
Yeah,
how
Sue Bear had it
power
right.
how powerful he is.
Yep, yep. Sue Bear has it right for clicks and views.
Well,
Yep.
I think all of them do the same thing, right? They think that their interpretation is the correct one. They may look up a few sources. They may even get a couple of cases correct, but they never look at the counter cases to their point of view. So time, place, and manner restrictions have been in place for hundreds of years. This isn't a new concept, yet none of them can grasp that concept.
Right.
Yep.
Heck, actually, if I was out filming this building, I'd be far more interested in this sort, in the cracks in the walls and the pillars. Is this what our tax dollars is paying for? No, I'm kidding. But, yep. I wonder if this journalist can tell us what the number one rule of the Journalist Code of Ethics. No, no, he probably hasn't even ever opened a copy or seen. You ask him what that is. Go, what? No, no such book, no such text exists. What are you talking about? But
Would that be don't be part of the story?
I thought the first rule of journalism was don't be a dick.
Ah,
No, there's some very successful journalists that are
yeah,
complete dicks.
it's okay to be a dick. May not get you necessarily the right sources, but it's okay to be a dick. All right, let's see here what else he has to say.
You see that? Look, I called law enforcement because I was assaulted and my rights were violated.
Did we miss the assault? I think we missed the assault. You must have cut that out.
No, he's
Again,
talking about the officer guiding him out
Yeah,
towards the door. That was a grievous
exactly.
assault.
Yeah,
yeah, according to all of these guys, anytime you are touched, that's an assault
yeah, it's absolutely.
because
You
it's
or
an
any
unwanted
or
touch.
or anything you're holding.
Yes, 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 yes. DMA is
Like
famous for that. You touched
yeah,
my tripod.
Yeah,
yet he holds it out to where those feet of that damn tripod get in people's way and they step on it. You assaulted me. You touched my tripod. No, you assaulted me with your tripod.
right. Hey, Abby, welcome.
Abby.
Hey, Abby.
Hey,
We're,
Abby.
we're looking at the defender of our rights, he said sarcastically. Let's see here.
Yep, there goes the neighborhood.
All right, let's see.
And he immediately goes to speak with his brothers inside, other law enforcement officers, instead of speaking to me, the person who called. That's
Because
the
they probably
mentality.
called first.
See,
Right.
that was a thought I had, that um, they probably got calls from the court and from uh, the quote citizen journalist unquote outside. Um, Too bad John Galt was speaking to 3 brick walls.
One goal.
Oh! There's a YouTuber who also goes by that name, or it's Galt, like the Ayn Rand character. So that's why I got confused. I didn't read that right.
Well, Juan Galt is a YouTube creator.
Yep.
He's also a retired lawyer who's actually brought cases before the Supreme Court.
Yep. Yeah, I've watched.
And was a part of the soft sit movement from in the grassroots of the organization.
I've actually watched a couple of videos that he put up, and I found him interesting. I found some of the stuff
Yeah.
he's on to be very interesting. Um, and they use the phrase that frauditors like to use: quasi laws and logic. Yeah, okay, maybe that's worth checking. Oh, so I see now. Now I understand the thread of the conversation.
Yeah. Juan Galt refers to it as pseudo law.
Pseudo law. Let's see here. Something that I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead here because this also absolutely fascinated me. This bit right here, where it's so laughable, just absolutely laughable. So the officers come out. Another officer's already in there, it seems, or maybe he arrived and we did get to see it because of editing. Oh, someone else trying to come up? Let's see.
Might be Phil coming back in.
Phil left.
It didn't leave. Becca kicked me out.
Becca kicked you out.
Now,
She's
if we
just
were
that
over on
evil.
my channel, that could be possible, but I don't have access over here.
To be fair, Becca paid me $20 to kick you out.
All right, I fixed my avatar.
You excommunicated. You got excommunicated before you excommunicated. Okay. Yeah, with this setup where I'm trying to make the interesting picture bigger, I can't see both side chat and guests at the same time, so I have to choose.
Size matters.
Yep, it sure does.
That's what she said.
So now we have two of these officers that came to court because of this, and here's the interaction.
Yes, you can tell this officer's all out of fucks to give.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they know this is dumb, and they're dealing with a dumb person, probably. Well, not a dumb person, just someone that's out to cause a scene.
I don't know if they know Liar, but they're aware of the 1A auditors. They probably had to deal with them before from his reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, East Coast is from that area.
Yeah, more and more people are clued into this nonsense. People don't seem quite as confused. I mean, a couple of years ago, when this really started becoming at least when I became aware of it, officers would seem befuddled and confused as to wait, what? Now they don't. Now they seem to know what the game is, and they either have responses ready or they're like these guys and they just ignore it.
Yeah, some of the frauditors think it's a good thing to be on memorandums from departments.
Yeah.
Like PayPal Patty's always, when he starts talking to him, well, you've read the memorandum, haven't you? Referring to some memorandum that he claims is circulating around about him to the local law.
Yeah, no, you don't want to be on those advisories. That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, they don't have an advisor. Be on the lookout for this guy because he's really nice.
right. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh, Kelly turned into a pumpkin or something. Or she had to go deal with some business.
Well, she realized it was midnight, then she's be right back.
Yep. So I guess turn into pumpkin and then reconstitute or something. I don't know. But yeah, this part here I also found just the head shaking.
Can I get your name and badge number, please? Yeah, so I called you guys down here. I see that you spoke to them first, which isn't shocking to me at all. But
Do you need something on that?
yeah, I do. I was actually yeah. What, you have something else to do more important than doing your job? I don't understand.
Do you have something more important to do? Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I do.
I like this guy with the beard. Because yeah, it's like you said, I think he's dealt with this nonsense before.
Anything?
Yeah, I do.
Make
Yeah,
it
so
Do you need anything? Make it quick.
doing your job right now. There's no need to escalate the situation. Just
Are you ready?
yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, he doesn't. He has no patience for this crap. Go on, you ready? Go, get on with it. Get on with it.
Basically, they already spoke with you. They didn't want you there for whatever reason. They gave you some statutes.
You can't just yeah. They didn't give me any statutes. They didn't give me any.
You're more than welcome to go to the lockup and speak to it. You can make a point.
They did listen. They didn't. This is a dude taking a complaint. Taking a complaint.
He asked you several times, and you wanted to. You couldn't spit it out, Junior. So
Yeah.
apparently, your complaint wasn't that important.
Now, so here they are walking away, right?
Mm-hmm.
This part made me laugh.
Yep. But wait! I'm important. Really, I am.
Yep, exactly. And what he says is they're walking away.
So this is you taking a complaint from a concerned citizen.
See, what I like here is this guy says you're too close to me, man. That's something else that these frauders like to go on about. You know, their personal space. They're being threatened if you're in their personal space. They're being assaulted if they're in your personal space. And this guy is, turning their right back on them.
I'm not even nowhere near you.
Like I said, just don't put it so close.
Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch.
So, they like to
He
say,
was close enough he could reach out and touch him without having to move his feet.
Yep.
Right.
So he's within arm's length, and that's his personal space, according to some of these frauditors. So, yeah.
I can deal with people getting a hell of a lot closer to me when they're in front of me. But
yep.
You got to be a hell of a lot further away from me from behind before I'm comfortable.
Yep.
Touch me. You don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Get in my personal space.
Don't touch me.
You understand that?
You're looking for a reason to violate my rights, and I'm going to hold you accountable.
Yet you keep following them.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're looking for a reason, and yet they turned their back on him and walked away.
Yep. Completely disregarding him.
What's up with you? What's up with law enforcement over here in Kenner? Huh? You like putting your hands on people? You like going hands on, right? That's what the officers inside did. I was assaulted. You're not going to do anything about it, right? No, because exactly.
That was an assault, dickhead.
Yep, exactly. And yeah, why? Because you just assaulted me. There was no assault. He just stretched out his arm, and if he had not been right at his back, yeah.
Me too. It's common practice here in Kenner, right?
I mean, even if they weren't law enforcement, if that's more incidental contact than anything that would, I highly doubt that degree of touch would get an assault charge.
Right. It's it's beyond prima donna behavior, beyond princess behavior. It's ridiculous.
Well, and really, what prosecutor is going to take that on? Because what the judge would laugh them out of court.
Yeah.
They guided you out of the building. Are you kidding me?
Yep. Yeah. Ah.
Put your hands on anybody. If you didn't have that uniform on, you wouldn't have put your hands on me, and you know it.
Nobody put their hands on him. We
No more than a slight touch to guide you in the direction you're refusing to go.
Yeah.
I didn't catch this the first time. It sounds like Reyes has been listening to Chili a little too much. If you didn't have your uniform on, you would put your hands on me.
Oh, he's used that line well before Chili was around.
Yeah.
Probably where Chili got it.
That could be.
I mean,
Well, because you got that.
it's a common line used amongst most of the frauditors.
Yeah.
Well, that God, was it? I want to say it was Pennsylvania, where
Versus
the
Mims?
no. He
joking.
was in he was in Pennsylvania. I think it was Pennsylvania, where he went to like the DMV or something like that, and the sergeant there like backed him out into the parking lot.
Oh.
Not surprised.
And oh, Reyes was crapping himself. So I don't believe for a second that if he met this officer off duty, he would even show up.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of talk.
Badge and that gun on, you want to be tough to the person that you're supposed to serve.
You have a great day, okay?
Yeah. You have the day you deserve, tyrant.
Which is going to be a good day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, he is such a tyrant that he just turned his back on Reyes and walked away.
Yeah, and Reyes is not the only person that this officer, quote unquote, serves. He serves the entire community.
Yep.
Including the people that work in that building.
Yes. Okay, ZXL Master, thank you for popping in. And Kelly, welcome back. Good to see you didn't turn into a pumpkin at midnight. That's what I was afraid of. And then next bit, he goes, talks to a very polite internal affairs officer who takes his quote complaint, and then he's back at the courthouse blathering nonsense. But this is really what I wanted to make sure I'm not misinterpreting anything here. He is just, I mean, the edits are suspect, number one. Number two, nobody goes hands on. And like I said, the fact he got past that, I'm interested how he got past that first security checkpoint, actually.
What claims did he make?
By turning off his camera and saying he was going to be a good boy, and then turn it back on after he got past the checkpoint.
Yeah.
Probably the first guy didn't say shit to him, but called for backup. Because he's the only one manning the entrance.
Oh, and he didn't want to clog up the entry hall there. That would make sense.
Because very quickly those other two appear.
And the layout. Go ahead.
I just going to say, my thought was, I'll bet he put his phone in the carrier, went through the metal detector, put it in his pocket, and then didn't take it out till he got into the hallway.
Yeah, but I do think, particularly since the bald guy was waiting for him, and
yeah,
that they did get some sort of heads up. I don't know, but yeah, But the only thing that is again, I'm going to be rude toward people here, but I was looking at the comments of this video, and I think I found an audience stupider than DeCastro's audience.
Oh, you definitely have.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God!
He's had several of them put in prisons.
Of his followers?
Yeah.
Oh, because they have followed his suggestions and they've ended up in jail for it or in prison?
Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
God!
And turned up to his events.
That's appalling, Sean. Quoting one of them. That's appalling, Sean. You call them to report the assault, but they treat you like the criminal. No manners, no respect, etc. Well, it seems to me that the one officer told him, "Tell me your story," and then he didn't. Thanks again for exposing these tyrants. Rebel HQ did a great little piece. Don't know who that is.
These poor little fluffy bunnies. They're so easily offended.
Yeah.
Yes.
Poor little snowflakes.
Rebel HQ is a complete fanboy for Sean Paul Reyes. So anything Sean Paul does is gospel, and these people are awful.
Let's see if I can find this one quote that made me laugh, because
this guy's the one that actually got another auditor to pretend not to know him during an audit and back him up.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
So once again, it's just
any comments made in his comments that don't fit his echo chamber get deleted.
Yep.
But if you want to see how really influential these idiots are, how many subscribers has he got now, Phil?
He's got this guy 480K.
He did a huge protest in New York.
Yep.
About 30 people turned up.
Oh yes, I saw that on your. I think you guys did that.
That's 29 more people than show up to a chili rally.
There is that.
But near as damn it, 500,000 subscribers, 30 of which turned up.
Yeah. Especially
and one of them was just insane.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that was one of Reyes's followers. I think that was a guy who just shows up there and does his own protest and just falls into the mayhem.
Oh, you think that's just a guy who randomly turns up at police stations and screams at them?
I think he had a personal beef with that police station. I think he just shows up there and protests on his own and just happens to have a crowd to fall in.
Yeah, but Reyes advertised that well in advance, so I think the guy took advantage of Reyes's being there. That was my take on it.
Yeah, because the complaints he was yelling had nothing to do with any of the frauditor arguments.
Which is why Reyes quickly moved away from him when he realized that.
And didn't care when he got arrested.
Yeah, he didn't really even film him getting arrested.
Oh, I need to go back and watch that film.
Best part of that whole thing, though, is when some of his fans try to talk to him, and he won't talk to them.
Right.
Oh, Reyes won't.
No. He won't talk to his own fans who turned up to support him.
Yep.
Well, that's interesting.
He just brushes them off.
And if you watch that protest kind of again, you'll notice at first he's like with a whole group of people and they're all trying to get a hold of the officers, and Reyes realizes he can't do that, so he moves off to the side where he can then, in his own camera and his own video, sound like he's yelling at the officers.
Well, at least he's a showman, I guess.
Yeah, but it's just a shit show.
Yeah. What amused me was he has here in his description, if you feel the need to peacefully petition your grievance to your government or commend any public servants on their behavior regarding this incident, I will leave public contact information below. Always remember, this is your first right. This is your right under the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. And then he gives the Kenner Police Department's phone number. and I can't find the posts right now, but I laughed when I was scrolling through this earlier, and I saw a couple that said, "Well, I've been calling and calling, and once I get through, they just hang up." Gosh, I wonder why. Um, they hang up because you guys have nothing constructive or anything or productive to say. That detective seemed genuine and sincere. The apology caught me off guard. It's a rare thing in these interactions. Well, no, she maybe internal affairs, but she's also just probably part public affairs. And again, a lot of people in that line of work approach situation, especially when they have the luxury to do so. They will treat you the way they would like to be treated in that situation.
Well, the law requires that Reyes would be treated like the victim.
Yeah. Yep, that too. From her, not
Yeah.
from those patrol officers, but definitely
from
like
her doing
Yep.
the investigation. The law requires that she treats him like he is the victim.
Yep.
Because that's what he's claiming.
Yep. Yep. I guess I should go yep, 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 since I just said yep so many times, but I agree 100%.
And yeah,
Yep,
it
yep,
was
yep, yep,
hilarious.
yep,
Yep, yep,
yep,
yep,
yep,
yep, yep,
yep.
yep, 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 yep.
It was hilarious the fact that none of the other New York auditors turned up for his protest.
Well, not only did not turn up for his protest, none of them went to go bail him out when he got arrested
Really?
at a precinct. Yeah.
Because there's like a whole knot of them up there, as I understand it.
Oh
Well,
yeah, there's about 20 of them at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's dozens of them. Yeah.
He swooped him to New York, thinking he was going to. It was after Brooklyn Audit's second arrest in a precinct. Liars used to go into these small communities and bullying his way around. The NYPD officers don't fuck around with assholes like him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's rare you'll find him doing anything in NYPD territory.
Yeah, I've seen him. I think I saw him do something out in Illinois at one point.
Yeah, he's done in Virginia as well, and
Yeah, he was in Utah that a while back, and I don't
Oh.
think he made quite out to Oregon, but he was in Colorado.
I think at the moment he's still butthurt because his white knighting failed.
Yeah.
He tried to white knight for Brooklyn audits over the stolen orange.
Yes. Okay.
And then, of course, the rest of the story is about the fact that Brooklyn Audits is a habitual thief. Came out, and yeah, it made him look a bit of a complete sort of moron, like he'd been had. So he's a bit butthurt about that at the moment.
Interesting. I can't find that guy that said that he called and was getting hung up on.
Well, why wouldn't they?
Right. I mean,
he's not a citizen of that area.
Yeah. And after the 30th or 40th call of that type, the poor person answering the phone would just hang up. I mean, I would if it was me.
I'm going to bet that one of the questions they were asking them was, do you live within whatever area this covers? And when they say no, they're just going click.
Yeah.
Because you might have to listen to your local whack jobs, but you don't have to listen to the national whack jobs.
Right.
Yeah.
Boy. Ponder this piece of logic, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Under Reyes's thinking, he pays federal taxes. Federal tax money goes to local departments. Therefore, local departments have to listen to him. Now, he doesn't use that same logic, however, when it comes to his home or his car. You get money from somebody, not you. You pay your bills with that. So under his logic, they own your house. They own your car. Yet it never occurs to any of them, this flaw in their logic.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting way of thinking of it.
Well, by them, a police officer's pay is just welfare. They're not earning the money they're getting from the government.
Yeah, that's another thing about their attitude that bugs me. It's the whole "you're my servant" and that way they behave.
Yeah, but having grown up around servants, yeah, you can't treat your servants like that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Sue Bear, I don't think he does. To answer your question, does he turn to the IRS? No, I don't think he does. It's not the point. It's more they have this weird idea of how money works. They think somehow because they pay taxes, it actually goes to that specific thing. It's not how any of that works.
Well, most of them don't pay any tax except for sales tax.
Right.
Because well, I hope former self-employed / small business operator that I was.
CIA contractor.
Yeah. I hope these people are actually reporting their income. Because God knows I did.
Well, I always have.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I say in email. Yes, they are my servant because they receive public funds.
Yeah.
Well, most of them don't get enough money through YouTube to get on the IRS radar.
And up until recently, the IRS has had not enough staff and has had big issues getting people like PayPal, Cash App, Venmo to cough up the numbers.
Yeah.
Now they all have to cough up the numbers because the IRS got fed up with it and said, look, you either cough up the numbers or you're done. We'll shut your business down today. We'll use the money laundering laws and that's it. We'll seize every asset you have. Well, these companies have a lot of assets.
Yeah.
They wanted to keep their assets.
Yeah. Actually, I had a colleague that got to be at least 6 years ago that he was actually talking about something along that they should do something along those lines. I guess someone smarter out there finally woke up.
I think they've always known they should do it. They just lack the balls to do it.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be hard to use Cash Apps to launder money.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
There are much easier ways, but I ain't going to tell you.
Oh, please. That's something you want to do on an open stream. Talk about money laundering. Sure, let's do it. No, let's not.
We can have an academic debate about money laundering if you like. Purely for educational and research purposes only.
Does it count when you leave some money in one of your pockets and put it through the washer and dryer?
No, let's
I
not.
think some of these idiots would actually believe that it did count, Hank.
Oh my gosh.
Well, isn't that how you get clean money?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, the rest of this is just him meeting with the internal affairs lady and then outside the courthouse again blathering. But Yeah, I just had to laugh at him. He had to chase after those cops. They were such tyrants wanting to put their hands on him that he had to follow them back to their cars.
Liz, funny you should mention that. There was actually a group of creators who wanted to do that, and they came to us, and I pointed out to them that they were being stupid, that we could get the buggers locked up for an extra day.
Friday, suppose you would. Yeah.
Why would we want to remind them that if they fuck around this weekend, they get an extra day? No, let's not tell them.
Yeah, I think I probably have told the story about the time I looked like I was going to get locked up the Friday before Memorial Day. And I was running through my head who I was going to call to have them vouch for me, and everyone I could think of, I thought that they would just, nope, never heard of him. I would have to be sitting there, sitting in the cell until Tuesday. Fortunately, though, it got, as usual, it got cleared up.
My father once got accused of kidnapping me.
Oh, really?
My mother and father were going through a divorce, and Dad dropped in my dad's, and I was in the kitchen making food because I was hungry and wanted a sandwich. And all of a sudden, the police turned up and were speaking to my dad outside the room. My dad shouts for me to go over there, that the police are here, and no, it's not a fucking joke. I just told him to piss off because I thought he was joking. And they walked in. And it wasn't until they took one look at the size of me, one look at the size of my dad, and went, yeah, never mind. Because they asked me, have you been kidnapped? And of course, I'm there making myself a sandwich, with a knife in my hand. And I couldn't help myself, could I, being a sarky little git? I turned around and went, yep. And there's my dad sweating buckets because he's like, no, they're being serious.
Don't say that.
Oh,
I was 14.
There's a guy somewhere close to me that his daughter had called him that their mom hadn't picked him up from school. He and his wife were divorced. He only had custody on certain days. When he got the call that his mom hadn't picked her up from school, he dropped what he was doing and went and picked up his daughter from school, took her from school straight to mom's house. The mom had gotten word that he had picked her up from school and called the police, so when they got to mom's house, the police were there waiting for them, trying to get him on charges of kidnap.
Oh my gosh.
And his daughter was, if it would have been, she was right at her 16th birthday. If she would have been 16 or older, it wouldn't have been, she can determine which parent she spends time with at 16. But he had to hire a lawyer and fight it because his mom or his ex was not playing nice with others.
Wow.
That's ridiculous. I mean, what's he supposed to do? The school literally rang him up and said,
No, his daughter called. His daughter called him with her cell phone. Huh. And before calling Dad, she tried calling Mom, who didn't answer.
Wow.
From hearing the story initially, I suspect Mom just planned it.
Sounds that it, kind of sounds that way.
Yeah, there's other pieces in that spelled out how vindictive of a woman she was throughout the divorce.
Wow. Oh, hey Kelly, I'm curious now. Are these constituents calling you, or other members of the party, or who's calling you at 1 a.m. in the morning? you don't mind me asking, because I first thought you noticed and you had to make some sort of call, but that's why you said, "Oh my effing god," because people are calling you this late, and you're picking up.
What do you mean? It's nearly 9 o'clock in the morning.
For you,
Well, yes, because I live in the civilized world.
you live in the future.
And I look at the caller ID. If it's not a number I recognize at 9 o'clock in the morning, fuck them. I'm just going back to sleep.
Yes, Becca, I live in the future, which means I know all the things you're about to do, you sick, depraved weirdo.
So what am I doing right now?
You really want me to tell the audience?
Yes.
You make Steve blush.
Yeah, maybe we'll watch a cartoon and call it a night. How about that? It's Memorial Day. We should watch one of the.
Is that for me or Steve?
It's for you, hon.
Oh. Should watch.
Don't make us mention the double-fisted amendment while you're on here and Steve's here, because you know he's look, he's going red. He's already gone.
He's the member of Twisted Fister.
He's the founder.
He does live in Wales, Surrender Monkey. It's 5 hours ahead from me, and that would make it at 8:50 a.m., so 9 a.m.
Yep. Yep, I think it's, yeah. Well, yeah, it'll be 8 hours ahead of me, 5 hours ahead of you, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As I said, the civilized world.
Yeah. Gosh, fortunately, I've never. No one in my family has ever tried to use the cops that way, or ever been any kind of misunderstandings like that. The closest we've ever come, one of the falls we gone back to London, and we'd taken the ferry over. My sister got so sick that she was thrown up to the point where she actually gave herself black eyes. I didn't know it was possible to throw up that violently, but yeah, she did. And we're on the street walking along, and this lady walks up to her and leans in and starts talking to her, and she's shaking her head. And then our dad goes over there and talks to her, and the lady was asking whether she was abused and whether she needed help, and was giving her phone numbers to call, apparently.
That was nice of her to do, even though it wasn't needed.
Yeah, no, it was, a complete stranger that thought she saw a little girl in trouble. So yeah, but I mean,
little boys and girls like to do all sorts of shit that makes owies.
Well, yeah, and afterwards she said that she had this just flash of leading the lady on, and then immediately realized that would be a very bad idea, because she thought it was silly. But yeah, she did look like she'd gotten punched in the face. It was pretty spectacular. But
you can get raccoon eyes similar to the same thing you'd get from a skull fracture from vomiting with force.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, her mistake on that trip was doing the all-you-can-eat buffet at dinner. Never do that if you're going to cross the North Sea in October on a ferry.
Ooh.
In fact, never cross the North Sea in October on a ferry, or November for that matter. It's not a good thing to do. And we did it 2 years, 3 years. Yeah, 3 times.
It's hard for me to trust food that's all you can eat for the cheap prices that the all-you-can-eats are at.
Yeah. Yep.
All I can think about is Homer Simpson's lawsuit.
Homer Simpson's lawsuit.
Homer Simpson's lawsuit.
Oh,
Yeah, in one of the episodes of The Simpsons, he files a lawsuit because he kicked him out of an all-you-can-eat buffet.
false
And
advertising.
so his lawyers in court. Does that sound like a man who's had all he can eat?
That's all you can eat for $9.99. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. I think there's a South Park episode based around that too.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And it was a Chinese restaurant that they were at, so horrible.
Yeah, Shitty Walk.
Yes, exactly. That's the one. All right. So yeah, I wanted to go back and look at the actual Reyes footage to see, and I should probably say who it was I watched it on, but I've forgotten.
Dummy Kruger?
No, not Dummy Kruger. He has a very pronounced New York accent.
Fraud or Troll?
Let's see if I can find him. No, Fraud or Troll has. I'm not sure what that accent is, but I don't think it's New York.
Canadian, I think.
Oh, French Canadian.
Persian.
Persian? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's Persian.
Okay. Let's see if I have one of his videos show up here.
Oh no, I think Surrender Monkey is insinuating that Wales is uncivilized, Dan.
What?
I think Surrender Monkey is insinuating that Wales is uncivilized.
Yeah, but he's English, so who the hell listens to him?
Oh, what the hell was that guy's name? I watched several of his videos, and now I can't remember who he is, and he's nowhere on my front screen. Oh well.
Is it a cartoon one?
No, it's he's never on screen. He just comments, he pauses the video.
The frog?
His opening is sort of a bouncing.
That wouldn't be. Frog's not a New York accent.
Oh, true.
Okay. He opens it with a bouncy what, hun?
Bouncing YouTube subscribe logo is his opening on all of his videos. Well,
I remember seeing that, but the name eludes me.
Let's try this.
The only anti-frauditor that I can think of with a thick New York accent is the Dutch Doyle discussions, but
no. Let's try this. Let's see if it'll come up.
Don't you
pull up
watch
your history. Don't pull up your history.
You and I were thinking the same thing.
Oh no, Becca. We've had someone Google things on here before.
Yes.
Oh, yes, that is right.
Not gonna make
Live on screen.
Yes. Never again.
All I can say, it's a good thing that those people were not.
Yes, I remember you Googling reporter and Pornhub, and you got results.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I got a bunch of links, and one of them looked like, oh, this is an article. No, it was not an article. Oh, there's Rebel HQ. Gosh. Well, it'll come to me tomorrow when it doesn't mean anything anymore, but God, what is his name? Whatever. So,
Surrender Monkey, that wasn't a riot.
That was just a regular night.
Who was rioting? They were rioting in Wales? What?
In Cardiff, yeah.
Some football team lost?
No.
Good
God, like Wales bloody riots over football teams. Now, if it was a rugby team, maybe, but we don't tend to do that.
Yes, Liz, that is wise to be careful to send me links. You never know what I may do with them. Get me and everyone else in trouble.
No, it's only getting you in trouble.
Kink or abuse?
Kinky abuse.
Yeah, that's one
Can't
of
it be both?
Most
the.
definitely.
All right, I'm gonna put on a private snafu cartoon now in honor of Memorial Day, and we can watch that and then call it a night. Unless anything else people want to inform me about Mr. Reyes, I should seek out or look
No,
up
but we do have a bone to
Um,
pick with you.
with me. Oh,
Yep.
okay. Oh,
None of us have received an email yet.
yes, I know. I This weekend did not turn out the way I'd hoped. Things started going downhill on Friday, and basically kept going. So I'm hoping. Oh my God, hoping this week to get to it. Part of the problem is, idiot that I am, I made an offhanded comment that uh, they're bringing some new people uh, into.
Oh my God, you didn't volunteer.
Yeah, I said I would help out. With,
Oh.
No.
yeah, I said I would help
Never.
out, and then next thing I know, an email goes out that says that yes, Miller will be doing the training, the thing.
thanks, guys.
And yeah, that's pretty much what my reaction was. And then I had to go to my boss and say, um, "So you're okay with this, right?" And she said, kind of gave me a look and said, "Well, yeah, but I would have appreciated a heads up." And I said, "Wait, when I said I would help out, they said to me they were going to contact you before they went forward with it." No, apparently she heard of this was when she opened her email, just same time I opened my email, basically. So yeah, I had to get up to. I've done this sort of thing before, and in other places, I haven't. Well, I haven't done it for the CIA. Um, um. So yeah, this.
Better CIA than no such agency.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, this weekend because it basically uh, I had to be up to speed today to be able to
Oh,
get
Steve.
it started for real.
How long have you been working with government bodies?
Yeah, I really did not think that
You know what the definition of volunteer is, don't you?
Sucker.
yeah.
The person who was too dumb to run out the room quick enough screaming, fuck no.
Yeah, and again, if I wasn't such a moron, I would have probably been a little smarter about it because my the basically my main partner at work, she got very fed up with the training unit and pretty much said, absolutely not, no way in hell, never again. Um, that which is why they needed someone to lend a hand, quote unquote. And but
Oh dear.
now I fully understand why she was as angry and as unwilling to help out. Although she did get stuck yesterday uh, with one of the people I'm responsible for making sure get up to speed. Just because I offered to come in, but our boss said nope. People have their days off, and you do not come into the building on your day off. And I said okay, but I was here at home reviewing things because yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When I
Never ever volunteer for anything because it never works out well.
Yeah, well, when I said I'd help out, in my mind it was okay. I will, you know, talk about the things that are my area. I will, you know, fill in when someone is has their days off and someone needs to supervise the newbies, make sure they don't get into too much trouble. Um,
When you volunteer, you're either going to get blamed for what didn't go right, or you're going to get abused over and over again. with no thanks.
Yeah, and that's what happened to my partner. That's why she finally just said, "No, screw you guys. Enough is enough." But like I said, I got full insight into how our training unit operates. when when they tell me, "No, we'll contact my boss before we go forward," and then she tells me when I talk to her that she knew when I knew that I was doing this training thing. So yeah, communication. It's the strength of companies and agencies and operations everywhere. I find.
I only got allowed to do the training of an intake once.
Oh, really?
I wonder
Mhm.
why.
What do you mean?
Just I'm wondering why, dear.
Yeah. Do tell.
Well, 90% of them got kicked out by me.
Oh, all right.
5% quit. And the other 5% are great.
The 5% that quit because of him.
Yes.
Nah. Okay. Yeah, that's not a good. That's not a good.
That 5% that remained never need any help.
Yeah. Well.
Apparently, though, I was too harsh on my criteria.
Yeah, with the only a 5% remaining. Yeah, I think so.
Well, they said I could fire them for any reason.
Oh, okay. That was their first mistake.
No, I think their
No,
first mistake was asking me to do the training.
Oh, okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
Second mistake was leaving me with no supervision and very, very loose instructions.
Yeah, that's part of the problem I ran into with this is that basically the instructions are train these people. Uh, okay. So I had to figure out what that means. So that's why this past week and weekend were not exactly what I'd hoped for. Well, not the whole week, but from Wednesday on. Um, but yeah,
Oh,
that
oh,
actually, Liz mentioned at least I volunteered instead of being voluntold. Yeah, they would never voluntold me because I mentioned several years ago that I was quite content um, being responsible just for me and my my areas of
oh.
responsibility, not having to worry about underlings or trainees or anything. So they never would have asked me or never would have voluntold me. Um,
Well, just hope you didn't do too good of a job this time, because if you did, you're going to be voluntold next time.
yeah, that's my partner's problem. She is an excellent trainer, and she did an excellent job. And I said I would help out because I was afraid that somebody would volunteer that I would hate to see training people, or thinking that she had some sort of authority over people because I think she would make Dan look like um, a, a, a gentle sweetheart.
What do you
Um,
mean?
I mean that she would be harsh with people, she would be unyielding with people, and this person really does not know what the hell she's doing to begin with. She's all ego and enough skill to get by, but not
I
somebody.
will have you know I'm a delight to work with.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Everyone always tells me how great it is to be working with me. They do say it suspiciously often.
I have no doubt.
Once they figure out how to get the voices in his head to go away, nobody will be agreeing with him. So.
Can it come across? Does it kind of come across as a chant?
More as a please don't kill me plead. Because if I'm working with somebody, that means they've called me into the head office, which means I'm already in a bad mood.
Yeah. Well, like I've probably mentioned before, again, I'm the guy that had the sign on my door that said "Festering Ball of Hate," which I
Plus,
don't think that I am, but my coworkers thought otherwise.
they're kind of already terrified of me before I arrive.
Yeah.
Well, all the rest of them have just background in computers and electronics.
Oh. Actually,
And
another.
then they get to hear what my background was, and they all start turning funny colours.
On my desk, I kept a little memento that it was complaint department, take a number, and that number was on the pin of a grenade.
No. That's hilarious.
I have a pin in my office that I had from the first Bush run for the White House that says, "I totally disagree with everything you just said."
I had something I was going to say, and now I forgot because you guys are far funnier.
No.
Wow, let's see. That and yeah, brain really is starting to shut down at this point. So yeah, we should wrap this up. Do you guys want to watch a cartoon, or should we just?
Absolutely, cartoon.
Who
Okay,
doesn't want to watch a cartoon?
I don't know. Maybe grumpy people. Uh, but yeah,
To
this
steal,
Oh,
to
come
steal
on.
a,
Even Becca will watch a cartoon.
and
to
this,
steal a phrase from Dan, grumpy people can piss off.
yeah,
Thanks.
I do have one short PSA before the cartoon.
yes,
Please do not thank a veteran for his service anytime today. Not a good day to do it. A lot
yeah,
of us aren't in the greatest of place anyway, and today's not about us. It's about the guys who didn't come home.
yeah. And I was about to make a sarcastic, gosh, why not? Because it's yeah, it actually has always seemed a bit odd to me that people would say thank you for your service on Memorial Day to somebody.
Also, stop saying that like, have a nice day.
Yeah, yeah. For a while, well, maybe it still is, but for a while there, it seemed like it was almost a rote thing that people just did because, like you
It
said,
is.
Well, as a veteran, when I'm out and some random stranger comes up to me and thank you for your service, it's kind of uncomfortable feeling on regular days.
yeah.
How would you feel about somebody picking up your coffee tab?
Uh, I'm not gonna fight it, but it's I I mean I try and politely decline if they persist. Fine.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest, me personally, don't like it.
Fair enough.
What, it being said on Memorial Day or in general?
In general, the way it's used. It doesn't mean anything. People
Right.
are just saying it because they think they're supposed to say it. So it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah. It seems like it's turned into that the last several years.
Yeah. It's like when people were saying every time you left the store, have a nice day. They didn't give a shit whether you had a nice day or not. It just
Actually,
meant the conversation was over, go away.
yeah. I didn't realize how much that gets disregarded until the day where I was leaving a store and the greeter person whenever there said, have a nice day, and I responded, because that's my rote response, says, thanks, you too. And you should have seen that person's face light up. It's like no one had given them a nicety back. I don't know where that's going. That's going nowhere, really. Just I'm talking the talk at this point.
No, I've actually seen that myself because not a lot of people are nice to cashiers or anything like that. They treat them like they're there to serve them.
Yeah, it goes back to
Do you
treat people
know,
the way you want to be treated. And
if you want to do something really, really nice for veterans, you know what you should do?
what?
Write letters to Congress telling them to stop trying to fuck them over.
Yeah, keep VA promises. That would be a good thing.
Amongst the other benefits they promise, but then don't want to keep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and promises like having the right equipment for where they're sending you. Yeah, little things.
Yeah.
And if they change standards on your retirement after you retire, well, you got to live with the new. You don't get what you were promised when you retired. You've got to deal with what they decided it's going to be today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or, oh no, since leaving the service, you've earned too much money. Fuck you, you ain't getting anything anymore.
Yeah, that baffles me when. Yeah.
There's a bill in Congress right now trying to your disability compensation checks, if your household income is over $175,000, your disability compensation is going to be ended.
Yep.
That's not the serviceman. It would be bad enough if it was the serviceman's income, but if that serviceman's got a spouse that's earning a good income, and especially if they're in some place like New York where $175,000 is not that much money, then you lose your compensation. They call it a benefit. It is disability compensation. It's not a
Yep.
benefit.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, I'm hoping that doesn't advance too far, but I'm afraid that it.
It's
If it
disgusting enough that it's even been considered.
if it does by chance make it through, it's only a matter of time before they decrease that 175 down to 150 to 125 down to 100. Then pretty soon, it's anything above poverty level is going to be considered too much.
Out of curiosity, did they include survivors benefits with that as well?
Most likely,
Yep.
because your
Oh,
survivor
fuck.
benefits is your spouse was your spouse's disability compensation that is continued on to the spouse after they pass.
Well, the reason I ask is actually it doesn't carry over to the spouse after they die, unless they died for the service related reason that they were receiving benefits to start with. So
Okay.
if they died for another reason, like for example, my late husband died of cancer that he got from nuclear radiation exposure. Because he
Okay.
died from the cancer that was caused by his military service, I receive a survivor benefit. However, if he had died for any other reason, I would never have received that. So that's why I was asking.
I'm not positive, but it is probably it'll probably be nipped in the bill.
It is.
Great. Okay.
But
But it's not like I make that much. It will affect me sometime in the future should.
it's
Household income?
Yeah.
well in the bill whenever you get 65 and get on Social Security, your Social Security will be deducted from your survivor's benefit.
Oh, what the hell?
I don't know what that is.
Whoa.
Do I know what that is?
Okay, Becca, can you explain to Steve what that is?
Well, what it actually is a pool that
Yeah.
has water taken out of it. So now it looks like a
But JJ,
vagina.
Oh, okay.
a very wet vajayjay.
So it
All I
looks
saw,
moist.
all I saw was a pool with water that looked like it was collapsing. I didn't.
Well, he cannot actually wear our perverted and proud t-shirt now.
Oh,
How many of those have already been ordered?
Oh, the perverted posse ones?
Yes.
Hang on, give me a second. Analytics.
clearly I don't get to be in the perverted posse because
You had no clue that was a vajayjay.
right.
There have been 3 already ordered.
I looked at that and I thought, well, it looks like a pool.
Well, I got one plus I got a dog t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I have not ordered.
I figured that was you because it says staff.
All right. I'm going to put on a Memorial Day cartoon. Moving on.
Desperately trying to get out of this conversation.
Do you blame him?
We can always bring up some of the memes that are in the group chat.
Oh,
or group Discord.
I'm afraid.
Be very afraid.
You should be very afraid.
Okay, one of the ones that we can show without breaking Steve. Okay, got you.
I don't trust your
excuse me,
judgment on that.
There is nothing wrong with this one. It's a woman in a face mask.
Yeah, the face mask. I'm a little worried, but
that one can be shown.
Let's see, and of course it's really small for me. So when you have to wear a face mask, that's when you date.
Now you see, if they'd have been putting those kind of adverts out, they may have got more people wearing the face masks.
Oh, there was all sorts of masks like that were available. You could find online.
No, I meant if they'd have put those kind of adverts when they were trying to get people to wear face masks. Mm-hmm. Show people wearing masks like that. It would much better.
Oh my. Okay. Yes.
Well, you could probably put the Australian kiss on there. It's like a French kiss, but down under.
Yes, this is what we were doing to Becca during the live stream while she's trying to be all serious.
And apparently, Jim received 175 notifications.
This doesn't surprise me.
175 notifications? What?
Mm-hmm.
From Discord.
Yes, we put at least, that sounds about the right number of dirty memes we put in the group Discord during the show.
Oh my God.
That one's got Steve scared.
I think it's time to watch some Private Snafu.
It's the yawn one, Becca.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm,
What?
nothing, Jim.
There's
Actually,
nothing inappropriate in that one.
this one actually fits this conversation thematically, actually. Title-wise, at least.
Can't see the title.
Oh,
Yeah, it's blurry.
blowing up. That's loud.
Uh-huh.
Is that better?
That's better.
I want to know how they got around with snafu.
What was that, Dan?
I want to know how they got snafu through this fucking sensor.
Well, this was made just for military. In fact, the original ones of these all had little disclaimers on them that said, not for public display, department things like that. Yeah, these were actually. This was back when training films were interesting to watch, because all the private snafus, they were written by Dr. Seuss, Theodore, whatever his name really was, but Dr. Seuss, and animated by the main animators on the Bugs Bunny cartoons, and because they were all drafted, and Mel Blanc did all the voices. So
Didn't they have a private snafu for using Jimmy hats?
I don't know. Let's see. Onward.
Abandoning the area. As our forces move up, they must exercise great care. Every object is a possible booby trap. Some booby traps are more alluring and ingenious than others. If you are a boob, you will be trapped.
Yeah, I wish the hell you'd shut up. I ain't no boob and I won't be trapped. I wonder, could this be one of them there booby traps? Could be.
All sorts of booby traps.
Yeah.
It might take a while to disarm them all.
The hell with it. I never could get that last note anywho. Boy! Tobacco! You know, I ain't could smoke in years. Hiya, good. What something new has been added. Safe at last. Well, at least up here, I don't have to worry about no booby traps.
So I'd actually not seen that one until now. I noticed the title and went, okay, I got to watch this. But yeah, there's a bunch of those. So yeah, and
Last Memorial Day, Chili should have been watching out for the booby traps.
yeah, I noticed. I think it was Sue Bear that said that it's the 1 year anniversary of the big boob attack. So what does this one say? Every yawn is a potential blow job if you're fast enough. Oh. Oh my gosh, you people.
Well, I am getting these memes sent over Discord.
Those are the rather we've only shown you the couple of the rather clean ones.
Yes. While I am controlling the video and we're doing commentary, or supposed to be doing commentary on Chili's video.
Oh.
That was quite distracting.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh my God. Oh, well, thank you guys for coming by. I appreciate all of you coming to hang out. That's fantastic. And
Liz,
oh, I can't see the side chat. I should probably turn that back on.
yeah, Liz, the Congress found enough money to keep us at war for over 15 years and created a hell of a lot more disabled veterans in the system. They can figure out how to keep the compensation there for those they broke.
It would be very different if they said, from now forward, the rules for compensation are going to be X.
Mm-hmm.
That would be different for new people enlisting. You can't go and change the deal you made.
Oh,
they've done their part. You have to now do your part.
Congress has done it to us over and over again.
Yep, because there are a bunch of fucking assholes.
Well, if you made it to retirement, you were supposed to get medical for you and your family for the rest of your life originally.
Yep.
Then it dropped to, okay, the service member gets medical for the rest of their life, but the family member has to use Champus. I think it's TRICARE now. Then about 2000, maybe it was a little earlier than that, the active duty or the service members themselves, to maintain medical, they had to get the TRICARE insurance. It's a really cheap insurance as well. It's cheaper than anything you'll find anywhere else, but it's still not what was promised.
Yeah. Oh, and Aish, we were just watching an old 1944 training video made for the military during World War II.
And torturing Steve with memes.
Yes. Oh. But on that note, yep, we're gonna have to wrap it up because I have to do some research because we're gonna have a debate one of these days um, between two very hard-hitting political figures that loom large on the landscape of something or other.
Who would that be?
Yeah, I missed that one. You have substitutes for us?
Yeah, I
No,
thought it was just us couple of jackasses.
yes, 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 but you have to sell it, you know.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Hard
no.
hitting.
Okay, you want to sell it. Hey, folks, want to see a debate where Steve tries to keep control over Phil and myself?
Yeah, it's gonna make it's gonna make some of those
You're going to want Austin back.
yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, Lauren, it's gonna make some of Lauren de Laguna's debate look like it's going smoothly. But yeah, if you hadn't heard, we came up with this idea of doing a sort of a political debate with Dan taking the liberal stand and Phil taking the conservative stand, or
Wait, what? We
lefty
have
versus
to
right.
actually take liberal and conservative? I thought we were just having Democrat and Republican.
Well,
Oh, God, no. No.
Tomatoes,
I'm not
tomatoes.
doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm taking conservative.
Democrat and Republican.
Yeah, no, Phil, you actually have to use their policies.
God.
Well,
You think you got it bad?
if they're going to be honest about it, they're not super far apart in a lot of things. If they're going to be perfectly honest about it, um, unless we're talking about the very edges of the
Well,
parties.
there are certain ones that are way, way apart. For instance,
Yeah.
gun control.
Yep.
Well, yes, okay, yeah,
Republican answer, stick head in sand. Democrat answer, ban all guns.
yeah,
Those two are pretty far apart.
yeah, that's true.
Healthcare.
No, I have to say they're not that far apart. Just
Oh,
the way I was screwed over by the affordable healthcare act.
yeah, but no.
You mean
Republicans'
the
policy on healthcare.
Unaffordable Health Care Act?
Yes, that one, Hank, exactly.
Republican
Yeah.
policy on healthcare, stick head in sand. Democratic policy on healthcare, make everything worse.
No. The Republican stand on healthcare is in 2 weeks we'll have an answer.
Yeah,
Well, when they first started before the rest of the civilian sector had to conform to the Unaffordable Health Care Act, they had government contracting conform to it. And at first, they didn't want to include
yeah,
VA as a viable health insurance. But they wanted
Kind of
us to
seems
get
stupid.
another health insurance on top of it, and it for a single person, the company I was working for, the most affordable healthcare plan was $750 a month, with a $2,000 deductible, I believe.
yeah. Cost more, covered less.
Liz, we're not talking about individual voters, it's the party's policies on those issues.
Correct.
Yeah, but yeah,
You see, because this what makes the gun thing exceptionally difficult for me. I own guns. I've got to argue against them. Phil doesn't own guns and has to argue for them.
Correct.
we set this up exactly the right way.
Well, actually, it is. Because Phil and I both want to have arguments that make sense.
Right.
That's the bit we've got to do research on, is how to take these lunatic policies and try and actually make sense out of them.
Come up with an actual policy prescription.
Yeah. Something where people aren't looking at you going, okay, should we be calling for medical attention here?
It makes it hard for me because I can't just go, he's a socialist and the devil.
Yeah.
And I can't just go, he wants to kill your children.
Right.
I can't sit there going, they only care about your children till the day they're born. Then it's your fucking problem.
And I can't just say he's a baby killer.
Let's see. What's this? Is Dan doing this to wind a certain someone up? That crossed my mind. It made me laugh.
I'm not. That's just a byproduct.
Yeah.
It's a very funny byproduct and will no doubt piss them off.
Well, it doesn't matter what Dan does, it will wind him up.
It does. That does seem to be the case.
I think my breathing covers that one.
The pop of your lighter pisses him off.
Yeah. Especially if you pop lighter and then breathe.
Yeah, which I don't get because he fucking smokes. I could sort of understand it if it was someone who was like really anti-smoking or something. The guy smokes.
I think he's jealous that you're in a hospital and able to smoke.
Yeah. Go to a private hospital, they will let you do what you want to do.
Yeah, well, average person can't afford that.
Yep.
Damn it, you mean I'm not average?
You're definitely not average.
I wasn't talking about that.
Neither was I.
We can always bring up your helicopter.
No, Hank's talking about that.
Yeah, so were you. See, this is what I have to put up with, Steve. They're constantly, all of them, referencing my penis.
Okay. All right. Good night, all. We'll see you next time.
It just so happened with the jokes that were going on, I had the perfect gift.
Oh?
Oh, God.
We're going to break Steve.
One more GIF.
Oh, no. Which one's he going for?
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Which one?
I was thinking the
Elephant?
yes, the Dan's
yeah.
helicopter.
Are you grabbing it? I mean the gift.
Yeah.
Pardon,
All right. Now we're really going to end this. Good night, all. We'll see you next time. No, I want to see this.
Well, Hank finds this. I have a non-sexual one for you, Steve.
I've got to find it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's
It's non-sexual, I promise you.
I'm not sure about that. Looking at the picture.
You have my word.
All right. Let's see what we get. And
oh goodness.
let's see, what does that say? Cooking show. Next, you'll do this carcass on the...
Next, you'll dip the carcass of the mother into the scrambled remains of her unborn children.
There we go. I finally figured out how to make that bigger. It's like I did with Becca earlier.
Wait, what? Steve? Do we need to have a conversation here?
Oh my god!
I meant when I did this. Oh my God.
Oh, we truly have broken Steve.
The remains of the mother and the scrambled remains of her unborn children. Yes, I like that one.
It's great for pissing off vegetarians. Suddenly they just don't speak to you anymore, and you never have to hear about how wonderful their nut salad is.
Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. I just screwed it up. Why is this not... Did I just boot everybody?
No?
No.
Just, I heard this weird squelch, and let's see. Let me go back. There we go. I think we just went back to normal.
Yeah, I took the other one away.
Okay. Yeah, the sound volume suddenly changed on me. There was a squelch, and then everyone is very soft, and I thought maybe I'd lost everybody. But that's also just a hint.
First he's going on about making Becca bigger, now he's going on about making everyone soft. Really, Steve? Really? And you call us lot perverted? Really?
I do it on purpose. Yes, that's exactly it. It's all intentional.
I'm not old enough to have that problem, Steve.
Maybe he's using his CIA interrogation techniques again.
I hope not.
Well, he nearly did on the live the other day when he didn't realize he was still live.
Da 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 da. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, what's this? We have another one. Do I dare show it?
The helicopter.
It's Dan doing the helicopter.
All night in fad. It's an elephant waving his trunk.
Okay, Becca, you need to explain it to Steve.
That's cute.
Not on air.
All night in fad. Okay, yes. Explain it to me sometime when it might not get me kicked off YouTube or whatever.
It hasn't
won't
gotten
get
us
you kicked off YouTube.
It hasn't gotten us kicked off YouTube yet.
Oh, okay. But no, seriously, guys.
When a guy takes out his penis and does it in a circular motion, waves his hips to get it going in a circular motion, that's called a helicopter.
Okay. Oh.
And when said penis is an elephant's trunk.
Yeah, mind. Yeah, my mind is just not dirty enough for you people. I am innocent and pure.
So was I till I started hanging around with Becca.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I was sweet, innocent, and shy and reserved, apparently.
You're putting on a show.
A Welsh sailor? Really? You want us to believe that? Really?
It's what one of these panel members described me as.
I just said shy and reserved. What, Hank?
When I was getting ready, or when I was getting my prostate exam, I asked the doctor, where should I put my pants? Over there besides mine wasn't the answer I was expecting.
Oh.
That joke I can appreciate.
We told you Alan Ives wasn't a qualified doctor.
Well, on that note.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, look, it's the one person I know I can make that joke about, and they will not get offended by it.
No, they won't. No, they won't.
So you guys on later today or not?
Yes.
But a different show today.
Oh?
We're actually going to do more of a memorial show.
Oh, okay. Fitting for the day.
Fitting for the day, plus, can you imagine anything that will piss these idiot frauditors off more than acknowledging the heroism that those have died for their country? Officers, military, the whole lot.
Yeah. Excellent. Very cool. And no, actually, I can't. Gosh, I hope it's going to be. I hope people leave me alone so I can actually watch most of your show. But we will see. So what? 3:30 Pacific, 4:30 Pacific. Is it up already?
We're starting at 7:30 Eastern tonight, so it'll be 4:30 your time.
Okay.
Yeah, we apologise for the late starts. It's because reasons, Becca. It's all Becca's fault.
It is my fault.
That's only 1 hour.
Random days off, late starts.
What do you mean random day off? It was a scheduled day off. You decided you wanted to work. No, unfortunately, my late husband's parents are in town,
Okay.
so I have to deal with them.
And Becca won't let me be introduced to them. I can't think why.
I will stand silent.
They're arseholes. They deserve to be introduced to me. They are not nice people.
I don't know them, so.
How fortunate.
Oh,
For you.
So they're your standard in-laws, basically, is what it sounds like.
Oh, with a twist, but yeah.
Okay.
Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles. Yeah. Steve gets the reference.
Wow. All right.
Did you just say you need an Uber to pick up your Cialis?
Oh my gosh. All right. So, hopefully I'll be able to check.
I've got to use that one next time a Nazi sings that song.
Yes.
I'm stealing that line.
Hank is a good source of stolen lines. I've found.
Yes.
The best bit is he doesn't complain.
Have you found a use for misinformation yet?
Yes, I have.
Well, I was talking to Steve. He was going to use it for something.
Yep. Not quite yet, but I'm still mulling it over.
The best part is it doesn't matter anyway, because whatever Hank says, everyone's convinced I fucking said it. Because apparently we sound like twins or something.
No, actually, the one I have a hard time telling apart is Hank and
Please play
Coded.
Shuggy. Please play Shuggy.
No,
Oh,
Coded. When you guys are running Coded and Hank is talking and Coded is talking, I can't tell them apart.
Oh,
Fuck you, Steve. Fuck you.
Even I can't forgive that one, Steve. Sorry.
I'm sorry, but it's true. That's just my failing, though. Now that I've made enemies of everybody,
no, the rest of us are just like, nope, not touching that with a 10-foot badful. Although you have made enemies out of the one of the two people on the panel who could actually blow you up.
Uh-oh.
If you get timed out next chat, just think back on this moment.
Yeah, there is a point that Hank is vindictive.
I'm sorry. I blame my parents. I blame my childhood. I blame Shuggy. No.
Okay. Shuggy's a safe bet to blame.
Yeah. Either Shuggy or Jim, you're on safe grounds.
Okay.
Especially because Jim will be dead within the next month or so.
Oh.
Jim is coming with us on the drunken trip round America.
And he's allergic to everything.
We mean everything.
Except for fire ants for some strange reason.
Ah.
The weird part is, Jim's allergic to cats.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got dozens of them that he takes care of.
Oh, well.
I think it's like 9 or 10 indoors, and the rest he's got a big collection that he feeds on the doorstep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my place in Salt Lake City. It sounds like had a bunch of cats that I picked up one stray, and she brought all her friends home, and moved into a place where already was a couple of cats living there, so I let them stay. Because again, one of them was friends with the stray I picked up. I just moved around the corner, but I'm mildly allergic to cats, so and I have two of them now. Well, you see them in the background all the time.
He's not so much the mildly allergic.
Oh, so he has to take antihistamines, or he
Mm-hmm.
starts hacking and coughing.
He carries an EpiPen.
Wow.
He's also allergic to sweet corn, peanuts, marijuana smoke.
Cigarette smoke.
I
think cigarette smoke.
Yep.
Well, he's fucked.
Yeah, I'd say. Hopefully, you guys aren't going to be riding in the same car or
airplane,
same plane,
or the same plane, or at least in the plane they'll have cabins where you can sit in.
No.
He locks himself in the restroom, and the rest of you guys sit out in the passenger cabin.
No.
We're
The
going to be
amount of alcohol
drinking
on that plane, we're going to need the restroom.
Put him in one of those bubbles, like that John Travolta movie, Boring the Bubble, whatever it was.
No, we decided to go a different route. We're running a Deadpool on him on which state he dies in.
Oh my god.
I'm saying Missouri because around here we like to refer to it as misery.
Are we going to Missouri?
Yeah, got to pick up
Tina.
Tina, yes.
Well, yeah, if you guys do make it up to Washington to visit Blue Bacon,
we are.
Hopefully, you'll let me know the rough date. I can come and say hi.
Yeah.
Well, somebody's got to get his ass out of the fucking hospital first.
Oh, there is that.
This is what happens when you go visit England. It's unclean and it makes you unwell.
And that's one of the drawbacks of a private hospital. They're getting paid very well for keeping you in there.
I think they're more concerned about the lawsuits that would follow if I left and died.
Both of those arguments have truth to them. Which conspiracy is more valid?
The one where it costs them money, I think, is more valid.
Yeah.
They're a company, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're planning at each state we visit, we're going to get together with whoever's in that state that wants to get together.
Oh, nice.
We thought it'd be fun.
Your dinner last night was a burger with a fillet steak?
No, that was supper. What?
Well, to Americans, it's one and the same.
No, dinner was a bacon wrapped cod with new potatoes and asparagus spears.
So do you have a breakfast, lunch, dinner, and supper?
Yeah, 4 meals a day.
Okay. We only got 3.
Plus, then you could also throw in 11sies if you wanted and afternoon tea.
Yep. Yeah, actually, when I had my heart attack last year, that was about the meal schedule too. 4 meals a day in the hospital, snacks if I wanted them. And then when I left, I was told, don't skip meals because, I need to eat more food.
Well,
yeah.
they encouraged me to eat several small, not really meals per day. and then have one. I'm good for one regular sized meal, but the rest of my five, about 5 or 6 snacks, major snacks throughout the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Europeans on the whole tend to eat more than Americans, but the quality of the food tends to be better, less processed, less sugars. So we tend to eat a lot more because we just do. Also, we tend not to have as sedentary lifestyles.
Well, we're sending you more Mackers by the day, so.
All right, guys. This has been a lot of fun as always. But now I will wrap it up because I need to go to bed so I can do some research tomorrow and get emails off to Dan and Phil, or I guess they go to you, Becca, and then you forward them, or I don't know how the
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. So, couple of days.
They go to the secretary.
Training. Training unit, well, willing, in a couple of days, I'll have you some questions for debate, and then we'll move on from there. Okay.
Yeah,
sounds good.
I'm only busting your balls because it's fun to.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. And yeah, hopefully, like I said, I'll be able to listen to you guys in the background when I'm working tomorrow. And since I feel assured that there will be no Cholito material, I won't have to worry about my partner trying to strangle me.
Well, Cholito is planning on doing a Memorial Day stream to thank the veterans for their service.
Seriously?
Yep.
Yep.
He
Yes.
announced it tonight.
Because he's a fucking idiot.
And that's how he announced it.
Oh my God.
And also a Q&A on the history of Memorial Day and the history of everything.
And I'm sure he'll get it just as wrong as everything else he tries to put out.
And it'll be racist, of course.
Oh my God.
And far more offensive than normal.
Well, I guess if it's early enough in the day, I may just have to lock my door and say, sorry, you got to go work somewhere else today. Nope, you can't. Nope, we're not working together. Because he'll kill me if I watch this guy. Because I think I mentioned it. I've been
No, you've got the perfect excuse. Steve, you've got the best excuse.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Just turn around to her, look her dead in the face, and say, look, either you let me listen to this or you do the training.
I may have to try that. And if you never hear from me again, you'll know why.
Oh, no, they're not going to kill you because then they'll definitely have to do the training.
Yeah, I actually, yes, I did say that to her this afternoon. I was telling lame jokes, and she told me to be quiet before she strangles me. And I went, if you strangle me, you'll be stuck doing this at the training. So yeah, I'm safe for the next 3 weeks, or
Yeah.
To the end of June. I'm safe.
Just remember, near the end of the time, you got to start being nice.
Yes. Oh yes.
If we don't hear from you again, Hank's got his revenge.
Oh, that's probably more likely. Yeah. All right, and I have once again neglected the chat because I need to figure out an even better system than what I'm doing here. What shots fired? That must have been me. Hank speaks mostly at a normal speed. Yes, he does, but during those dead pauses where Dimwit is saying nothing, and Hank speaks up, I get confused. I don't quite know who's saying. Poor Steve, his room temp just went up 20 degrees, red face. Yeah. Yeah, sorry guys. I need to figure out a better system here so I can look at the side chat and know who's. Oh, okay. I just solved my problem. Wow, yay me. Okay, once I have people up on the panel, I should be able to see, and it gives me a noise when someone wants to come up. So, okay, I've solved my tech issues, sort of, maybe. I don't know. But for now, yeah, woohoo! For now, let's call it a night, guys. Thank you all again. Liz, Light Giant, everybody who's out there, Surrender Monkey. Thank you guys all, and thank you, Hank, Becca,
Phil.
whoever you are. I was going to say Pope Phil, but
Okay, thank you.
yeah. All right, guys. Thank you again, and I will see you next time, and hopefully tomorrow on your stream.
Night all.
Good night.
Good night.
Now what oh, there we go.